Welcome back. In the late 1980s, the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention began a campaign to help people affected by suicide to be empowered by research, advocacy, and education. Right now, they need your help with fundraising. Gina Orlando is the Wisconsin area director, and Abe Goldberg is a volunteer. Welcome to you both.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
We appreciate you joining us. So tell us what the purpose of this walk is. A lot of people may remember the name of it because it's Out of the Darkness, correct?
That's correct. So the Out of the Darkness walks are really our signature fundraising campaign, and we use those funds to bring AFSP's mission to the communities in Wisconsin. And while it is a fundraising campaign, it's really so much more than that. It's about providing a community of support and hope for those who have been affected by suicide and for those who have lived experience, those who battle mental illness and live with thoughts of suicide. And it's really just a day of comfort and hope and so much more than just a fundraiser.
I love what your website says about your mission, which is that you're dedicated to helping connect, heal, share stories, create an impact, and show that you're not alone, which I think is fantastic. And I wonder, and I think I worry a little bit about this year and with the pandemic. How do you see things playing out?
So we are really working hard. As you can imagine, we will not be gathering as we traditionally do at the lakefront for our traditional Out of the Darkness walk. But it's really important that people know that this event is not canceled. We want people to get involved. We want them to register. We want them to get out and do activities with their teams. And we, as a chapter, will be creating opportunities for connection from now throughout the walk season. And to make sure you're staying up to date with that, it's important that people register. It's important that people know that this community is together. We are strong, we are resilient, and we will not let this pandemic cancel hope. And that's really what we plan to do. And what we always do is continue to provide resources and hope for those who want to be involved with this event. I assure you that this year will be different, but it will still be a hopeful event for all who participate.
I really appreciate that, and I think it's tough. I know it was planned for October 11th. Are you asking people if they register to walk by themselves in their own communities on that day? Because I'm guessing that you can't gather as you usually do at the lakefront.
That's correct. So from now until then, we'll have a few different opportunities for connection. But yes, we will be encouraging people to get out on October 11th and show support for the event, for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and really for their communities. So getting together, we're going to be encouraging people to send us photos and videos and include us in activities they do from now until then and on walk day.
Wonderful. And Abe, what does the Out of the Darkness walk mean to you personally?
Yeah, well, thank you. Thanks for having us, and thanks for making time for this topic. So we lost our daughter, Abby, in 2013 to a battle. She lost to suicide, and Abby was 13 years old at the time. She was a straight A student and a talented musician and a competitive swimmer and a great kid with, all the right friends, and just an all-around great kid who just lost a battle. The walk, we sort of found the walk right away. It was just coincidental. We reached out to AFSP and got involved. It's an extraordinary community, and the walk means hope, right? Unfortunately, people who are struggling with either mental illness or suicide in one way or another, those who have suffered a loss like we have, you just feel alone. And, you have a lot, that wouldn't normally happen with other medical oriented issues, broken bone, or God forbid something worse, if somebody had cancer, your family and friends would support you, and you would not be hiding that illness in any way. But for some reason, suicide and mental illness is quite different. The walk provides a platform for people to get together. You're surrounded with like-minded people who understand where you are. It's an extraordinary day and it's an extraordinary event. The name alone, Out of the Darkness, just to sort of bring a platform where people can come together, is really extraordinary. It is I would say it's healing, hope, and inspiration. If I could pick 3 words to kind of summarize my feeling, that's what it's meant for us. It's an amazing event. I encourage anyone and everyone, whether you are directly touched like we were, or struggling with mental illness, or just even another layer removed where you're just want to be supportive of this cause, just to get involved. Right? Until people get involved, nothing happens. Registration is super easy, and I would encourage people to get involved.
I'm glad you joined us, Abe, because I've met you and your wife at an event for suicide awareness and prevention. And I think you're both such great spokespeople for it. Your daughter was so unbelievably young, which I think shocks people. And I think people want to know if you notice signs or symptoms of those things. But you're such a great voice in this fight. And I appreciate you both so much joining us. And just really, absolutely. Gina, just real quick, how can people support this?
One, register, get involved. There's no fee to register, and it's really easy to register. And just continue to support us by, if you can't be there, if you can't register, share our event with other people, donate. We really are fueled by donors, peer-to-peer fundraising. And we just launched a nationwide wellness challenge through Kilter Rewards. So there's a lot of different ways, and just watch for the different events that we will be coordinating from now until Walk Day and beyond. We are there for you, and we want you to know that.
Thank you both so much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for having us on.
Absolutely. And the Milwaukee Out of the Darkness Walk is scheduled for Sunday, October 11th. You can find out more, register at afsp.org/Milwaukee. There's a phone number too. But again, there are lots of things happening before the walk itself, which people are not doing at the lakefront this year, ways that you can be involved leading up to that date.